but you can't charge it. This is the problem if you don't get a Tesla. Right here, there is no reliable charging network. I don't know what the heck is going on in this area, but I've heard nothing but police cars, and then the fire truck left, and now there's helicopters everywhere. I am now completely freaking out. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a little bit different of a video. Not only are we not kicking this video off from in front of the Tesla, I'm not even in the Tesla. This is my truck. We are going to check out the Porsche Taycan. Now, specifically, we're going to be checking out a 2022 base model Porsche Taycan. This is going to be a video of first reaction of the Porsche itself and kind of what we think of it. This is going to be a little bit vlog style. Tyler and I are on a trip to Tampa, Florida. Tyler actually has a soccer tournament in Tampa over the next several days. When you go to a place like beautiful Tampa, Florida, what do? You rent a Porsche Taycan and you go drive around Tampa, Florida in the beautiful sun in a beautiful car. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tyler Lockett. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah. So ready.
Have anything to say to the fine people of YouTube?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to ride in a Porsche.
We're flying Southwest. Southwest no longer has direct flights from Philly to Tampa. We have to drive all the way down to Baltimore International Airport. We are headed down to BWI in order to catch this flight. So we got a little bit of a road trip ahead of us. We are here at the parking spot. I love the parking spot, by the way. We're gonna catch our shuttle and head over to the airport.
Hey, see you're welcome.
We made it to Tampa. Now we just have to get our bags and we have to find where the car is. So we rented the Porsche via Toro. Flight was a little delayed leaving, so I feel bad. I've been in touch with the owner who's been awesome. It's kind of late and I feel bad because I know he's staying up. We have found our ride. This thing is awesome. Look at the size of this trunk. We got a lot of screens going on here. We got the main control panel up here, which is your normal like speedometer, stuff like that. We got a panel here and a panel here, all of which kind of control everything. Holy cow, look at the ambient lighting everywhere. Yo, this thing is just sexy. It's morning, we've woken up, we've showered, we've eaten. We're in the car, we're actually headed out, actually to do a little bit of shopping to kill some time. I love this car. This is amazing. It is so fun to drive. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable in it now. I feel like a baller in this thing, man. There's so much about this car that I love. I feel like this is what a luxury car is supposed to be. It even has piped in fake engine noise, which if you've watched any of our videos before, you know I absolutely hate that. On this, it just fits. It just sounds, it doesn't sound like it's trying to be something it's not. This Porsche Taycan, and for those, before you blow me up in the comment section, Porsche Taycan is absolutely amazing. What are your first thoughts?
It's crazy. It's so much like nicer than a Tesla.
Why? Like, what do you think is nicer than a Tesla?
Like, it's just more like quality, I guess you could say.
I consider this more of competition for like the Model S. This base model standard battery is going to be starts at $86,000. So I mean, obviously it's priced well above what a Model Y and Model 3 is, but the Model S, you're gonna pay 6 figures for a Model S. Wow. This is significantly cheaper than that. I mean, look, I've been in a Model S, I've driven a Model S. I had a Model S for about 2 weeks. This crushes the Model S in absolute every way, with the exception of speed. The 0 to 60 on the Porsche Taycan, on the standard, the regular base Porsche Taycan, is 5.1 seconds. Obviously, that's significantly slower than what the Model S is. So if you're looking for something that you can just beat every single car on the road, yeah, this isn't going to be it. But if you're just looking for an amazing, awesome car to drive, to feel good in, to sit in and just love everything about everything around you when you're in it, this crushes the Tesla Model S. This middle screen here is absolutely amazing. I love that it's like a wide screen and it works with Apple CarPlay. Imagine that. I love the cluster in front of the steering wheel and how it's completely customizable. It just looks beautiful. You got the map in the middle, the control panel screen in the middle. It controls your temp controls and everything in the vehicle. Plus you got some quick access buttons up there. Not to mention, it just looks awesome and it drives so nice. Sound system's amazing, but check this out.
No, but I'm still seeing green. I'm in the bathroom.
I figured I would like it, but I'm just Porsche. We can talk about switching our channel content to Porsche content and just ditching Tesla. You know, you want to hook me up because I can't afford this car at the moment, but well, we are currently sitting in line to drop Tyler off with his team. Let's drop Mr. Tyler off. Good luck, dude. Play hard. I just had my first semi-panic attack and I got down to about 30% and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go charge up. There's an Electrify America that's supposed to be close by, only to pull in and find out it's not operational. It's still under construction. Not one single charge stall working. In the app, it didn't say that. In fact, it gave me directions to come here. And when I went into the Electrify America app in my phone to then try and find another Electrify America location nearby, it said that it was working and it would let me take me here. The next closest Electrify America charger is like 61 miles away from here. And every other charger around here is a max of 40 kilowatts per hour charge. What in the world am I supposed to do? On the way here, I was just thinking to myself, you know, this is really great. I really haven't had range anxiety. The estimates are pretty good and, you know, I've really been doing pretty well. Now, all of a sudden, I'm freaking out. I'm estimating to get to this next charge stop that's a charge point, which we all know how charge point goes. It's a complete crapshoot as to whether or not it's going to work or not. And I'm going to arrive with about 20% battery. If I arrive and it's broken, I'm not going to be stranded. But now, because of all of this, I now have to miss opening ceremonies for my son tonight. I've said it over and over again, until the EV market can find a reliable source of chargers to put out there, like Tesla has already accomplished, there is not an EV manufacturer on the planet that is going to be able to truly get any type of range anxiety to go away. I'm gonna go and try to follow this map and then, yeah, I'll check back in when we get there.
One eternity later.
Welcome to my nightmare situation. Finally made it to where I'm supposed to be. Definitely not like the nicest area to be in, but so I got here, pull in, and this is what I found. Nope. Yep. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? So there's two of them. There's two. This one, and there's another one right behind it, right there. Guess what? That one is stuck in some type of boot mode. Not even, you don't even get the under maintenance screen on that one. Thankfully, there is one of these parking plugs right here from Green Lots. I don't know, it's a Shell charger. So I went ahead and I plugged it in, and guess what? This is basically the equivalent of a 110 volt. I'm getting about 14 kilowatts per hour. It's telling me I will be fully charged and good to go tomorrow at 5 a.m. I have about 54 miles on this thing. I am in the middle of nowhere. I am way far away from my hotel. Electrify America still insists that the only one that's nearby is the one I just came from that's under construction, but it lists all of the chargers on there as operational. There's a couple charge points out there, but they're all listed as offline. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do at this point. I reached out to the host on Turo and said, look, can I just take this thing back? And he said yes, and which is super awesome that he's willing to help me out, but we'll see. This car is awesome. This Porsche, it's fantastic. the last 24 hours, I enjoyed it. I mean, you saw the pure joy in my face on the previous clips, but you can't charge it. At least not in Tampa. This is the problem if you don't get a Tesla. Right here. There is no reliable charging network. Electrify America, how in the world did you list it as an active charge station? When I showed up, there were 7 stalls wrapped in plastic wrap. I don't know what the heck is going on in this area, but I've heard nothing but police cars, and then the fire truck left, and now there's helicopters everywhere. This is such a nightmare. This is such a nightmare.
6.5 hours later.
Look familiar? It should. I'm back at the airport, headed to Hertz to get a rental car. Man, we got a lot to talk about to fill you in on what went down over the last like 2-3 hours. First things first, I need a new car, so let's get that taken care of. We got a car after an extremely long night. It's not electric. Hertz wouldn't hook up a Tesla, even though they had an entire line of them. Apparently you have to have like a reservation, but I got a car. They did hook up a pretty nice car. I'm in a BMW convertible. We got a lot to recap tomorrow because it's very, very late and I'm extremely exhausted.
Tomorrow.
It is the next morning. I've gotten a chance to kind of sleep and collect my thoughts about the whole situation. So, here's where I am with the Porsche Taycan. The Porsche Taycan is an absolutely amazing vehicle. I 100% still stand by that fact that it's a Porsche. It's amazing. I was officially ready to wrap this video up and do a complete review on why you should buy the Porsche Taycan over a Tesla Model S. I mean, car for car, a Porsche is a Porsche. It's still an amazingly made car. And if you're gonna compare the Porsche to a Tesla Model S, well, there really is no comparison as a car itself. We all know Teslas come with all sorts of quality issues with their builds. And to be honest, most of these other EVs that are being made by auto manufacturers like Ford, Audi, Volvo, these are all companies that have been making cars for years. They know how to make them. They know how to make them quality. They know how to make them right. So car for car, there really is no comparison when you compare a Porsche-made Taycan to a Tesla Model S. Tech-wise, you have a lot of the same. Honestly, the tech in the Porsche was actually pretty good. Now, I still think Tesla is a better tech company, but car to car, the Porsche Taycan's got the Tesla beat all day long. You see, the only problem with the Porsche is that it has to rely on an extremely unreliable charge network to operate it. You can't compete with Tesla's charge network that's been around forever. And it's a real shame because the Porsche is a hell of a car. But when you can't rely on a way to repower it, what are you supposed to do, Porsche? I'm sorry, guys. I was just trying to do one of those cool transitional storytelling type of scenes, you know, like Casey Neistat does. But I'm not much of a oh God. I'm not much of a runner. So, as I've said a number of times, I've been doing these videos where we take a look at other non-Tesla EVs. Everything is really limited and it all boils down to the same thing, the charge network. Tesla's charge network is just completely superior. That was my first time driving a Porsche. It was absolutely everything I thought it would be. It was actually way more than I thought it was going to be. I loved everything about that car. Even the gear shifter just felt awesome. The fact that you were just like in a cockpit and completely surrounded by screens that just made you feel like you were not only in a well-built car, but a well-built piece of technology too. It felt luxury when I drove. It was a smooth ride, it was quick. You knew you were in a luxury car, which is how it should feel if you're spending $80,000 plus on a car. Unlike the Model S, which you're gonna spend over $100,000 on for cheap plastic that creaks and breaks pretty easily. There really was so much about that Porsche that I really loved. I think one of my favorite things about it was that middle screen. It was like a widescreen view, and the Porsche had Apple CarPlay. And these cars aren't bad cars. That Mach-E that I looked at a little while ago, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put that right here. That Mach-E was a well-made car. It always comes down to the charging network. No matter how you cut it, the third-party non-Tesla charging network is just not reliable. That Electrify America charger that I tried to go to, the one that I planned this entire trip around, it showed active weeks ago. And all the stalls were still shrink wrapped. I mean, it wasn't even close to being completed. Now, to be fair here, okay, if I lived here in Tampa and I had a means to charge the car at my house every single night, then it's a much different situation. So in that case, yes, I would recommend getting the Porsche Taycan over the Tesla Model S. However, if you ever plan on taking that Porsche on a road trip where you might have to rely on charging outside of your house, that's where these other EVs continuously fall short. I said this last time, the one thing I don't really understand is, why does Tesla want to give up this extreme competitive advantage that they have? Almost every one of these review videos that I do, where we're taking a look at an EV other than Tesla, the cars are great. The cars are much better build quality. They feel more like cars. They are more familiar to many people that are used to driving a regular gas automobile, because it's all laid out and designed the normal way that a regular car is. Opposed to when you get into a Tesla, there's like a whole learning curve you got to go through. Why would Tesla want to give up their biggest competitive advantage? I mean, we all know that Elon and Tesla, they don't really want to be in the auto manufacturing industry. Elon's more in taking on big challenges like building human robots and establishing a completely reliable satellite network for internet and putting people on the planet Mars. And by opening up that charge network that you spent a lot of time and money developing, and it's amazing, by opening that up, you're giving away the only reason why people would continue to buy kind of the poor quality cars that you make. And now I do understand Elon's overall concept of wanting to improve overall EV adoption. Without a doubt, the only way EV adoption will actually happen nationally across the board is if people are completely comfortable and they can know that they can rely upon an EV and having that charge up source. These other third-party chargers, they don't have that reliability. You open that up, you're giving away the secret sauce. You're literally giving up the only reason why I at least would recommend a Tesla over some of these other cars. I mean, the Porsche Taycan at $86,000 compared to the Model S at 6 figures, significantly cheaper, and it's an amazing car. In case you were wondering if my luck has changed at all with the new rental, the BMW, it hasn't. My luck just continues. Driving down the highway, the car in front of me, yep, throws up a piece of destroyed tractor trailer tire that's on the road, and yeah, that's what happens. Nice big crack. I just can't wait on this trip. Ultimately, look, the Porsche Taycan is an absolutely amazing car. If you never think you're going to take it on a road trip and never going to have to rely on the third-party charge network out there that is not Tesla, then yeah, honestly, I would recommend the car. It's an amazing vehicle. It's everything you would expect when you buy something that's made by Porsche. It is far superior build quality to anything that you would get from Tesla. But the charge network, it's just unreliable. Tesla is the only reliable charge network out there at this time. Now, hopefully that changes in due time, but as it stands today, definitely not. If you found this video entertaining or helpful at all, please make sure to chuck a like on the video. If you like seeing videos about Tesla and other EVs, a sub to the channel would be very much appreciated, especially because, well, I like doubly blew my budget on 2 cars for this trip. So yeah, a sub to the channel would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you in another one real soon.